-3. That'll take care of Vandal, but we'll keep our colorless creatures. Excellent protection. Both a flyer, both flyers, and we have first strike with lifelink. Okay. Tough card, but not too worried about it. And he's in a bind. You're at Menacing MTG, and we've got an Ugin deck here. It utilizes blue, colorless mana, and has some counter spells, a little flash, Ascendant Spirit, and some colorless creatures. And ultimately, the goal is to get Ugin on the board and take charge. And probably at that point, you're going to have a few colorless creatures that are going to remain when you exile the opponent's permanents. So yeah, this is a good deck. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but let's take a quick look at the creature base. You'll see that Ascendant Spirit can win games for you. You've seen this in several of my other decks. Probably Ascendant Spirit and Turgid are my two favorite cards right now in this Kaldheim set. But the kick with this guy is, because we're running exclusively Snowlands, that you get this guy on the board early in the game, and then you can kind of sit on it, leave it as a 1/1, and have a negate or Essence Scatter or whatever, saw it coming available. And if you don't need to counter a spell, then you can, on the opponent's turn, buff this up. Then the goal is to get it big and doing lots of damage and drawing cards. But we have other weapons, good blockers here. We have a couple Brazen Barrows to send things back to hand. So yeah, what do we have here for counter spells? 2 Essence Scatter, 2 Negate, and 4 Saw It Coming. We do have 2 Skyclave Relics in here to get us additional mana, help us get to Ugin faster. The Crystalline Giant, as you know, you've seen it in my other decks. This is just such a solid weapon, very solid. 1 Sky Scanner, he's a flyer, so he serves as a blocker, but he also draws a card when he comes in. So what else do we have here that's important to know? Yeah, Fairy Vandal can flash in flyer. You have 4 Deliberate to draw cards. Again, the goal is to get to Ugin as fast as possible. But these get bigger when you draw your second card, so you can become a good blocker. Again, this guy, the Serpent, has reach and trample, so you bring this in, mid-game, and he's a good blocker. Solemn Simulacrum, 4 of these in here, because you want to get those lands on the board as fast as possible. And this guy also is an excellent blocker, because when he does block, he draws you a card, which is a theme here. You want to draw cards. So yeah, we have the 4 Deliberates. We have, if you can get the Ascendant Spirit up to a 6/6 flyer, then it draws a card when it does damage. You have the 4 Solemn Simulacrums that get you a land. And then you have a bunch of slowdown stuff. Draw a card here. So yeah, then you bring on Ugin, kills everything but colorless things, which, as I said before, you're likely to have several of them, and you win the game pretty much. So, it's great also to have a couple Faceless Haven in here, because this is a creature, and this actually contributed to a win in my run of games here. So yeah, hope you like it. Please subscribe, leave feedback, likes, and thanks a ton for watching. Have a great one. Okay, again, here we are, and once again we have 2 mana to start, which is kind of a bummer with 24. You think you get 3 most of the time, more than 2. But we'll keep, we get good stuff here. We get some card draw. Unfortunately, we go second, so yeah, we're in a bit of a disadvantage here. We have a quick creature we can throw up there. Okay, there's another land. That's good news. So I may just throw up Vandal. I think I'm just going to sit actually this turn. Yeah, I'm going to sit for sure here. So they're going to have to wonder if we have an Essence Scatter or a Negate. And we do have the Flash Fairy Vandal is what my plan is. When it comes, could be countered, and that would be fine. Okay. All right. We're going to wait and run Deliberate on their turn to buff up Fairy Vandal. We'll come in. Okay, they're going to say, my turn, I'll run Deliberate. They could have a counter spell in hand, but is it worth spending? And I'm taking all those lands. Okay, that's great. Okay, that gives me 4. And I think I gotta, because I have Ugin in hand, I just have to race for Ugin here. We're going to try Simulacrum, and they do run, saw it coming there. Okay, that's okay. Come in. We do have number 5 in hand and a Deliberate, and so next turn we could be able to try Crystalline Giant and then Deliberate. Okay, let's see what we got here. Mills 3 cards. Okay, a bunch of lands right there. Okay, not too happy about that. But they're tapped down to 2. Okay, so I do like this. We are going to draw cards here. Try throwing this up first. Could be countered. Isn't. And up it goes, and we get a land, and that's just great. Come in with Fairy Vandal. Real chess match going on here. I could return this to its hand, owner's hand. I don't play from graveyard, so it's not a big deal. The next, except they'll gain life. But then returning a card from graveyard to hand is not my... Well, they don't have any creature cards. Is it creatures or land? Okay, and they do have a land, so... Alright. Again, we do have Brazen Borrower for returning something to hand. Okay, we're about to put our 6th land on the board, which is awesome. We'll run Deliberate. They be kind of a painful use of a counterspell, but they may go that way. They do. Okay. Alright, we have a negate, which is awesome. We're going to throw up Crystalline Giant and see if that gets on. It does. Ouch. Okay, that's really good news. Okay, it gets flying, so that gives us 3 flyers. So now kill spell can be countered. They're going to toss up the Triumph, into hand rather. Come on tapped, if they choose to bring it now. They've got a bit of a problem brewing here. 2 mana away from Ugin, a Petty Theft available with a Flash Flyer and a negate. So yeah, they've got some problems. And there's another counter spell. So yeah, all is good here. We could even run Faceless Haven, and I'm going to have to say, why not? Don't want it killed here, but okay, all I can say is yikes here. 10 damage. Not really much they can do with that. They'll take out Sky Scanner. No big thing. Okay, our land lives, which is priority number 1. We still have a negate and an essence scatter. It's going to be hard for them to live through the next turn, frankly. Yep, that's the game. Okay, yeah, this is good tools in this hand right here. I like the look of this hand. The opponent goes first, so that's a bit of a sacrifice. Okay, having 2 Ascendant Spirits in hand, definitely without hesitation throw one up. I may even next turn throw Saw It Coming into Foretell. Okay. Wow. Ascendant Spirits. Yeah, I'm going to throw this into Foretell just so I can make some moves as I get more mana. No attacks. We'll see the Hallow Blade come in here, and they'll probably leave. You know, they'll hope that I go in for the block and they can discard a card. Oh boy, that's bad news right there. Well, that hurts a lot. And frankly, I'm going to block it, and I'd like him to discard at this point. I have 2 others in hand. He does, he discards a card, and it is a Glasspool Mimic. I'm very happy to get rid of that. Okay, so yeah, we're going to throw up an Ascendant Spirit here. We'd love him to discard again. I have Saw It Coming. We'll see what happens. We need more mana. Only the Righteous coming in, okay. Okay, that was good fortune. And now we have some good options going on here, but I really want to preserve Saw It Coming. I'm going to throw the other into Foretell. Setting up for the future here. Now, they got a little dilemma here, because I can counter something, but if they just choose to come in, they're going to know that I can buff up Ascendant Spirit to a 4/4 and take out Righteous. No, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm wrong there. I need one more mana to do that. Okay, they bring their own Ascendant Spirit on board. Alright, I gotta take that. Yep, we're just gonna take it, which is gonna hurt. Alright, I did get land, which is excellent. That gives me options, as I can keep a Saw It Coming available. I'm just going to stay right here. So now they know I can buff Ascendant Spirit to be a flyer. They don't know what I have in Foretell, but they can probably guess, as they've seen nothing but blue land here. They're going to bring it. Okay, they're going to bring them both. All right. I would love to get rid of that Valkyrie. And of course, they can buff up the Ascendant Spirit. Nothing I can do about that. But giving up the Valkyrie, wow, I don't know about that. They do have me down to 10, though. Unfortunately for them, I can... well, I need one more. Let's see what we get. We're just going to take one step at a time here. No land, which is too bad. Or I needed one more land to get this done. I think what I have to do is throw up the Crystalline Giant. Okay, it gets reach. That's great. That means that if this buffs, then they're going to have to choose only one to survive. I do have a Spirit available, but I am just going to sit. I need a counter spell. That'll be all they can do is if they buff Ascendant Spirit, that is it. Okay, Apparition here. And we're going to say no. Sorry about that. Now they cannot buff the Ascendant Spirit. We can buff ours up to 6. I need a land here, though. I need a land. Okay, they drop Glasspool Mimic in. Wow. Okay. Yeah, why did they get rid of the Valkyrie? That was just foolish. Okay, I have a dilemma here in that I think I just need to do it right now. Go in and make this happen. I'm looking for a counter on this Crystalline Giant. So we're going to bring... Okay, Menace. Not the first choice. This will draw me a card. Why would they do that? That does absolutely nothing. He's not a flyer. Wow. Okay, we'll take it. Okay, sorry I jumped right into this game, forgot to start the recording, but yeah, this is the starting hand. I go first. I decided to keep. We have 2 lands, which is not ideal. We have Ugin in hand, so we got a limited array of options here. But we know that Ascendant Spirit will last, well, maybe not. I guess not. I was going to say will last the first turn, but it did not. Okay, so now all we really have available here is Essence Scatter. And we're hoping for lands. And for some reason, I've had a few games with this deck where I just don't get any lands. Alright, we'll get rid of that. Alright, we did get the land we needed, and I think we'll throw up Crystalline Giant. Okay, gets Death Touch. Hopefully it lasts the turn. It does, that's excellent. Okay, next. I think we have to throw a Sky Scanner up. We're on a mission here to get land. We do not get land. Well, we'll send the giant in. Brazen's a good card, going to buy us time. Okay. Okay, they're getting pretty strong with mana. Got 2 remaining. They drop it. They draw 2 cards. They're really flush with land. We get another, which is excellent news here. Okay, I think I'm gonna throw Saw it coming in to foretell, so I can use it on their turn. Okay, nice to have hexproof there. Doing some damage. So we have the counter spell, and if we don't need it, we'll use Deliberate. Okay, we'll try Deliberate. They may counter it. Alright, so it's hard to say no to another Crystalline Giant. But I'm going to, as I want mana. I want to live to Ugin. Okay, so we got mana, we got the counter spell in hand, we're going to just attack. Much like last turn, we have Deliberate and Brazen Borrower available if needed. And we have a counter spell. So really excellent here. They are getting a lot of mana, so at some point they'll be able to play. Okay, they're drawing tons of cards. Okay, and they're totally on a card draw mission here. Tons of land in hand. So we've got to maintain the counter spell. There we go, 6 mana. Okay. I think I'm going to let that resolve. Because if they go to mutate on that, I can just move it on out. Oh yeah, so we're going to first do this. And then I think I'm going to toss up the Borrower and just do some big damage here. Okay, we got the Spirit, which is nice. We have a counter spell. Alright, so yeah, we're coming on in with everything, which will drop them to 2. So we have the option of buffing Ascendant Spirit during their turn, running Deliberate, and Saw It Coming. Any combination of 2 of those 3 things. So it's a pretty luxurious position to be in. Yeah, and that's it. We're going to stop that one. So they will be able to put the Lore Dracus on, mutated on. But yeah, there's no stopping us from killing them next turn without that card on the board. Alright, once again, 2 mana. I don't know what's up with this deck. I just am not getting 3 mana at any point. So, but we'll keep it. We got some things we can use. This is the strangest thing. You know, I think maybe 1 out of my first 4 or 5 games before this, I've only gotten 2 mana. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to stay put here. We have some things we can do. We do want mana. We need it bad. If we get 1 mana, we're kind of in business. Put the Relic up, then Simulacrum. Okay, I'm anticipating seeing Poison Fin come out. I think what I'm going to do is just deliberate here. And I'm not happy with what I'm getting at all. Just no mana. It's remarkable. Still no mana, okay. Neither did I mind a Crystalline Giant, but this is absurd. Okay, so I have now drawn 11 cards, and I've scryed 2 to the bottom, and I've run a card draw. So, and I've got 2 lands. This is extremely frustrating. And I'm going to run Deliberate again, because we're just in desperate... Look at this. Unstinking believable. Nothing. Okay. Now I've scryed 4 cards down, and drawn 12, and have 2 mana. I'm a big complainer, huh? Let's see. Well, I don't even know what to do here. This is absurd. I'm going to get rid of a Saw It Coming. And in desperation, next turn, if I do not get a mana, I will run Deliberate. And there it is. Okay, so we'll get that. We'll put up the Relic. We just have to race to get bigger things on the board. So now I have 4 mana. I can bring up Simulacrum, which will be a blocker who will get killed, who will draw a card. So that'll give me my 4th mana, 5 effectively with Skyclave. And we'll just rush towards Ugin and certainly filter through a lot of cards here. So Ugin should be a reasonable goal. We do have some other options. Okay, that's interesting. Right now we're going to go with Simulacrum. He's a blocker. Slow the bleeding a little bit. Although I'm sure we're going to see big things very soon. Okay, we got another Relic. So right now 5 mana. Need more mana. And then need an Ugin. Okay, Henge, that's nothing but bad news, because Ugin can't even get rid of that. Alright, something into Foretell, but they're tapped. Which is good news for us, and we don't really get anything of note. I think what I'm going to do is put up Relic. Okay, that gives me 3. I have a counter spell available. We're going to stay put. I've got a blocker and a counter spell, but they have 8 mana available. 9, counting the elf. So yeah, some bad things could happen here. Okay, Realm Walker. That's a tough card. We're going to let it on because I think they have something bigger they want to play. Still 6 mana. And yeah, we're going to get rid of that. We do not want that ability to +2/+2 all else and gain Death Touch. They probably have a Fin in hand as well, which they'll be able to play if they do. Okay, Harald, that's tough. Reveal an Elf Warrior. Okay, they got Fin. Here comes Fin. No attack. They don't attack. Wow. Okay, so now we're getting a lot of mana. We currently have 7 mana. We do need Ugin. Because this is going to go, we're going to go south very quick here. They have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana available. I think we're going to put up Crystalline Giant. Hope it gains Death Touch. We still have 4 mana left. Okay, it doesn't, but it does get a counter, which is just about as good as we can take Fin out. Could be removal here. I mean, they got every kind of a thing. They should be able, yeah, here's removal. Well, I'm going to say no to that, which will definitely, that's going to deflate them a bit, because this Saga would give them Death Touch in 2 more turns, all creatures. So would be the Kiss of Death. They may have another one in hand. Okay, he's going to come in with that and that. All right, well, what I'm going to do here is, okay, this is probably not going to end well, but I feel like we're in the ballpark to getting Ugin. We're going to draw a card here, as we're going to lose Solemn Simulacrum. Okay, we'll take out the Blightblade, and we're going to take out the Realm Walker with luck. They may have something to buff stuff up. We also can play Deliberate right now, or bring in Fairy Vandal, but I don't see much value in that, so we're going to go ahead and Deliberate. We're looking for Ugin here, folks. And a land. That's our perfect situation. We have, okay, there's the land. Going to get rid of Saw It Coming. I'm going to keep the land and hope that Ugin comes up next time. We have 3 in the deck. We've drawn 18 cards. Past a quarter of the way, nearly a third. We draw a card with Simulacrum, and then we get our basic card draw looking for an Ugin here. It changes everything. That's not Ugin. That's not Ugin. Okay, we didn't get it, so let's see what we got here. Definitely throw this up. We got 5 mana remaining. Searching for Ugin really hard here. We're past a third of the way. Now we've got enough to play both Fairy Vandal and Saw It Coming. Okay, and we have First Strike, which is outstanding. Okay, no attacks. We only have 6 life. We can get ourselves a blocker with Fairy Vandal. Okay. Desperately trying to find Ugin here. Ouch, what's this? Okay. Turn up to 2 target creatures. Yeah, we got a Saw It Coming there. Okay, perfect. That was big. Now they have 3 mana left, which is a bit limited. 4. Make it 4. I have not seen removal here. I know it's going to be coming. I haven't gotten hexproof for the giant yet, which is very scary. My guess is we're going to see Harald come in with his menace, and we may need to launch Fairy Vandal as the second blocker. Although, he'll probably think twice because we have First Strike with Mech Godzilla, so we'll probably only lose Scanner. He will come. And we will double block. And he has to go for Sky Scanner here. Oh wow, he doesn't go. He did not read the card apparently and see First Strike. Yikes. We're going to throw up the Vandal just to have another blocker on the board. Never know when they have removal. We only have 6 life. They still have 4 land left and they get nothing out of it. We do not get the Ugin, but we do get a very large creature here. Okay, so we have 7, 8, 9 lands, and we're going to bring it in for the full works. Which is a little bit troubling. I could have left 2 back, so they were wondering what I had in hand. Okay, that's a flyer. First Strike. We're going to stay put. No attacks. Okay, Extinction Event would only get rid of 2 creatures here. But it would also hurt them as they have both odd and even. Crystalline Giant with First Strike is very tough. Okay, they're going to get rid of that. That hurts a little. Alright, guess what, folks? We've got it. Alright, so we're going to attack with Fairy Vandal. Give me hexproof there. Nope, okay. Fairy Vandal it is. Ugin will come in. We'll only have to play it for -3. That'll take care of Vandal, but we'll keep our colorless creatures. Excellent protection. Both a flyer, both flyers, and we have First Strike with lifelink. Okay. Tough card, but not too worried about it. And he's in a bind. Yeah, and that's it, because I could eliminate that with Ugin while pumping it up. Excellent game.